Ugh, another low-scoring game. That is the 25th time we have scored 2 runs or less out of 56 games, which is 44% of the time that we scored 2 runs or less. Not very exciting baseball. I am the Mets head, talking all things New York Mets, with a preview of Game 57 versus the Reds. If you enjoy my content, I ask that you please like and subscribe to the Mets head on YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram. The Mets were telling a story the other day that I messed up because I couldn't remember one of the players' names. They talked about how Ewing, Benj, and Morabito are the third set of rookies ever to play the outfield for the Mets. The first set of rookies was in 1977. Henderson, Mazzilli, and Youngblood. And then in 2001, I remember 2 of the names, but I didn't remember the third. In 2001, they had Thibaut Perez, Alex Escobar, and Tsuyoshi Shinjo. I had forgotten Shinjo's name. Last night, Lodolo hit Benj to lead off the first. So McLean hit Stewart to lead off the second. He hit him pretty good, right in the ribs, with an 88-mile-per-hour pitch. Suarez then followed up with his first hit in the week, and McLean walked low to load the bases. Steer grounded out to the shortstop and hustled down to first to avoid the double play, and he put the Reds up 1-0. But why Mendoza had Vientos playing in with no outs, with the bases loaded, doesn't make much sense for me. He should be playing back so that he can get the double play. Get 2 outs for 1 run. Then a wild pitch by McLean made it 2-0 Reds. Bleday then hit a solo home run in the third to make it 3-0. And McLean struggled again in the fourth. Gave a leadoff walk to Suarez. And then a double, a single, and then a 2-run homer to Tyler Stevenson to make it 7-0. Stevenson and Suarez had not been hitting much at all this past week or this season, but they woke up against McLean. McLean was still in the game, got a ground out to McLean, and then hit another batter, and he was removed for Warren. McLean pitched worse this time than in his last start. So now this is his worst start in the major leagues. But 2 in a row where he has not pitched well. He ended up pitching 3 1/3 innings, gave up 7 runs on 5 hits, 2 walks, and 2 hit by pitches. Gave up 2 home runs, struck out 6. Semien hit a solo home run in the 6th, and a Beatty double followed by 2 ground outs made it 7-2. Bichette went 3 for 4, and Semien went 2 for 4. Benj, Vientos, Ewing, and Beatty all had 1 hit each. I would have preferred if Mendoza played Brujan to get another right-handed hitter in there. Maybe instead of Beatty. Give Brujan some playing time, would you? I hear Young may be activated today, so someone's got to be moved out. Is that MJ or Brujan? I would say we don't need another left-handed hitter, and Brujan is our backup shortstop and a switch hitter. So I would think Melendez is done. He'll be designated for assignment or waived. My biggest issue with the game was, okay, yes, we lost, but McLean didn't pitch well. We didn't hit. In a game that we're losing by 5 in the 8th inning and that we lost by 5, Mendoza made a move that's going to hurt future games in a game that we already lost. So why are you trying to negatively affect future games? He used Myers to finish up the game, ruining any chance he has of starting this week or bulk relieving with Peterson or Manaea. Manaea, who the manager seems to prefer, and Peterson, who he seems to prefer over Myers, even though those two have stunk over and over again. I don't understand why are we being cute and playing games with minor league pitchers who aren't even pitching well in the minors to pitch versus a top 10 team. Wettinger should have been brought up with his 2.20 ERA instead of bringing up Joey Gerber for 2 days, then Duarte for 2 days, then Zach Thornton for 1 game, and Pintaro last night, probably just for 2 days also, because AJ Minter is probably being activated today too. Finally, we'll have 2 left-handed relievers again. But someone needs to go, and it's most likely Pintaro. But I feel like every team needs a mop-up reliever. A guy who has talent, but maybe isn't that good, or is old, like Kimbrel. He was doing that. He should be a mop-up reliever, or Manaea, but not Myers. Myers has pitched well and be much more valuable to our team as a starting pitcher. But Mendy is slow to see these things that should be decided much more quickly. He's not cut out for this job. After losing 4 in a row now, we are now 22-32. 10 games under 500. Last place in the NL East. 14 games behind the Braves, who have the best record in baseball, while we are tied for the first worst record in baseball. Tied with the Royals and the Giants. Cincinnati is 28-25, 3 games over. Still 4th place in the NL Central, 4 games out of first, behind the Brewers, and they have the 11th best record in baseball. After suggesting that Peterson was going to start tomorrow, they have moved him up today, which is the right decision because now he's on regular rest. The 30-year-old left-hand pitcher from Denver, Colorado, is 6'6", 240 pounds. Drafted by the New York Mets with the 20th pick in 2017. Royce Lewis was the first pick. Mackenzie Gore was 3rd. Helio Ramos was 19th. Peterson 20th. Brent Rooker was 35th. MJ Melendez 52nd. And Mark Vientos chosen by us 59th overall. In his 7 years in the major leagues, he's pitched 131 games. Is 37-30 with a 4.12 ERA. And about 600 strikeouts in 600 innings. Last year he pitched in 30 games, was 9-6 with a 4.22 ERA and 150 strikeouts in 168 innings. This year he's now pitched in 11 games and started 6 of them. He is 3-4 with a 5.03 ERA, 49 strikeouts in 48 innings with 20 walks. As a starting pitcher, Peterson has a 6.99 ERA, and as a reliever, a 2.25 ERA. It seems clear that he should not be starting, that he should piggyback off of someone and he'd be much more effective. Though he did pitch well last outing when he started against Washington, he pitched 5 innings and only gave up 1 run on 4 hits and 3 walks. But I believe it wasn't a easy game. He got into trouble a few times. Peterson does better when he doesn't start. There are some few exceptions to the rule when he does better against the team than anyone else. And that was not last time, and it's not this time either. It's really unfortunate that Mendoza chose to waste Myers last night in a game that we were down by 5 instead of looking to start him in this game and have Peterson piggyback off him. The current Reds roster is batting .273 against Peterson with a .767 OPS. But against Myers, they're batting .200 with a .472 OPS. What are we thinking here? Seems kind of idiotic. You're really going to watch out for this Reds lineup. Dunn is batting .351 with a .941 OPS. He's also batting .389 this week with over .900 OPS. De La Cruz is batting .288 for the year, over almost .900 OPS, 25 extra base hits and 12 home runs. Only batting .158 this week. Bleday was batting third, batting .271 with a .900.5 OPS, 13 extra base hits. Stewart batting fourth was batting .256 with an .800 OPS, 21 extra base hits and 12 home runs, batting .389 this week with a 1,200 OPS, almost 1,300. You gotta watch out for him. Suarez batting fifth, only batting .223 this year. Hadn't had a hit in the past week. Nate Lowe batting sixth, .268, almost .900 OPS, 16 extra base hits. Batting .353 with about almost 1,200 OPS this week. Steer is doing well, batting .271, 786 OPS, batting .294 this week. Tyler Stevenson is batting .179 for the Reds this year, not doing well. Only batting .250 for the week. McLean only batting .202, under 100 for the week. We got some guys on the bench doing well lately. The backup catcher, Higgins, batting .273 with an 800 OPS, batting .429 this week. And a lot of these guys hit Peterson. So another reason not to start Peterson is that Steer is 2 for 8 with a home run. Stevenson 3 for 9. De La Cruz 2 for 6. Bleday 2 for 7. McLean 2 for 5. Some of the bench players, they're hitting Peterson pretty good. Maybe they'll put them in the lineup. And then you can bring in Jonathan. Against Myers, they're doing much worse. And that's why Myers should have been saved to start today. But Mendoza's an idiot. On the mound for the Reds is 23-year-old right-hand pitcher Chase Burns. Born in Naples, Italy, to American parents. His father was in the military. He is 6'3", 210 pounds. chosen second overall by Cincinnati in 2024. Nick Kurtz was number 4. Jack Caglione was number 6. Weatherholt was number 7. Connor Griffin was selected 9th. And we chose Carson Benj, 19th overall. This is his second year in the league. Last year, he was a rookie. He pitched in 13 games, was 0-3 with a 4.57 ERA. 67 strikeouts in 43 innings with 16 walks. This year, he's pitched in 10 games. He is 6-1 with a 1.83 ERA. 64 strikeouts in 15 earned innings with 18 walks. He is tied for 4th with the best ERA in the major leagues with Jacob Misiorowski on Milwaukee, just behind Sanchez on the Phillies, who has a 1.62 ERA. Nick Martinez on Tampa Bay has a 1.51 ERA. And Schlittler on the Yankees is a 1.50 ERA. It's going to be a tough one. And we're not hitting even against bad pitchers. And Burns has never faced the Mets, which I feel like they always do terribly against pitchers they've never faced before. So my ideal lineup, hoping that Soto is back, would now lead off A.J. Ewing. Then bat Bo Bichette second. Soto third. Vientos fourth. So the same 2-3-4. Then I bet Benj fifth. The middle of our order has been terrible. So I feel like if you move A.J. Ewing up to number 1 and Benj to number 5, you put in your 5 kind of best hitters 1 through 5. Then Semien to bat 6, just because who else are you going to put? Batting 6th, Brett Beatty 7th, Melendez 8th. And either Torrens or Sanger 9th, but I'd say Torrens 9th. It's going to be a tough one tonight. Chase Burns has the 4th best ERA in baseball. But fingers crossed. Let's go, Mets go. Until next time, I'm One Gun.